Can we do that again?
Woo! Did you get it that time?
I didn't, but that's
Oh my God! Come on, Joseph.
I'm a
Let's
little-
get it going, man. Hell, I'm the one who got hit. Just we didn't play great. There, we made some critical mistakes throughout the game, but the kids just really played hard. I saw that from the beginning of the game to the end of the game. And I challenged them all week. Hey man, we need to come out and play with physicality. I thought we did, and we made enough plays to win. So I'm just very proud of the effort they put forth. Hey, this is a hostile environment and loud. It's one of the loudest places I've played at, and I thought our guys overcame it. So great job by everybody.
Willie, that last few plays when they're driving and then Cantrell get the big interception, just sort of the bend but don't break there and making plays at the end.
Yeah, we thought that they were going to try to take a shot and then kick the field goal, and they did that. And so we told everybody to stay over the top, and Cantrell did a great job of that, stepping in front. And I believe that's his first career interception. Came at a pretty good time.
Defense obviously made the decisive play at the end. The story throughout the second half was the defense keeping UCF off the field.
Yeah, that was one of the things I kind of got away from the book or whatever you call it. I just felt like they were going to have a tough time scoring against us. So we didn't mind punting, giving them a long field to go, and when we did that, we could give up a first down and still stop. So I thought the defense played very well tonight. Did a great job.
Were you surprised by UCF inserting a new quarterback to lead that final drive?
I think he just wanted to get a spark. They been kind of dormant the 3-4 drives before that, and it did surprise me a little bit. But he knows his ball club a lot better than I do.
Willie, this was the first time that Houston had 4 turnovers and won a game since, I believe, against your old team and you back in 2012.
Well, thank you for bringing that up, Joseph.
But I know the turnovers have been an issue.
Yeah, they hurt us. It kills us. You think about not having those and what the game would look like. But we always talk about being +1 or better, but if we're not, we got to keep scratching and clawing and fighting. And the kids did a fantastic job of that. Very proud of them. I thought it was, it was a different game. What is it? It's after midnight now. We got here yesterday. We hung around all day. I can't sleep anyway. I hung out all day. It's just kind of a different game when you're on the road, not in familiar surroundings and all that kind of stuff. So they did a good job of still preparing and being ready for the game.
Interceptions have been hard to come by since the first few weeks for you guys. So when Trey gets that one to give you guys a lead, how much does that kind of spark?
That was
your defense?
huge. He's done that in practice a few times. He really has. And so that didn't really surprise me, but it's a great play. It's a tough play. You're making an interception at point blank range and then running down the sideline. I thought a great job by Will James coming over and doing a nice legal block. Didn't do anything stupid on the quarterback. Made it a touchdown instead of us getting the ball on the 30. So that was a huge play.
You mentioned the fight of this team to be down 10-0, to have to come back to kind of control the clock in the second half. What does it say about where this team is at, especially coming off of last week's loss, to be able to bounce back on the road like this?
Well, we were very disappointed last week, and that's why I just challenged about, hey man, we need to play good from the beginning of the game till the end of the game. And I don't know how great we played at the beginning of the game, but we were physical and tough. And there was nobody on the sideline that thought we weren't going to win this game, even though at times it looked like it's going to be tough. Big field goals at the end of the first half by Ethan. He was money again today. So it's a great job by the kids. It's just, we were tough. That was good. That's what kind of team we want to have.
Willie, when you guys went down 10, looking for anything, Amari comes up with that big touchdown, fought through the whole play. His last couple of weeks, what have you seen from him just being able to
He's
score?
just really played well. He's got, as I've said many times before, he's got great football IQ, lines up properly, runs the right route, understands coverages, great hands. Just really is playing at a high level right now.
On that go-ahead drive, what kind of just clicked in their run game where you were just able to kind of just run it down their throats like you did in that Arizona game-winning drive?
I thought we did a good job with our counter play, 2 pullers, quarterback run. But the main thing is, DJ Butler and Connor Wigman and Dean Connors were hitting it vertical. And then they were moving the pile. There's a couple games in there that looked like they were going to be 5, and they turned into 8 yards, turned into 11 or 12. And, they're running behind their pads, and the offensive line and tight ends, they did a good job of opening the hole, but they did a great job of getting extra yards.
DJ got a lot of carries. Was it something you saw where you could use him more?
Yeah, he's been playing better and better, and he came in and did a good job, and we just kind of rode him a little bit, but he did an excellent job.
What kind of halftime adjustments did you make to turn things around?
Not so much. When you go in and you wholesale change things, that means you had a really bad game plan to begin with. The thing we just did was, made modifications on, hey, they were throwing the ball on the perimeter, and our star player just got to get outside. And if he gets outside and gets leverage, we're going to have inside-out leverage. And we did a much better job in the second half. They tried to attack us with that 3 or 4 times, and they didn't make very many yards on it. So that would be one thing. And I think in the run game, Coach went to a little bit of speed option and some counter play, and those were big runs for us in the second half.
This is a game. Go ahead.
You're 5-0 on the road this year. How does that happen? What's going on with that?
I don't know. I just, we've been pretty good on the road the last few years in different places I've been at, and you just kind of you against everybody else, I guess. I'm not sure. It was a heck of an atmosphere. They were loud. It was lights went off one time during a play. But I think our guys enjoyed the challenge of it. So that's great. I'm proud of them, being 5-0. We got to do the same thing at home.
The space game is something that means a lot to UCF. They're 8-0 in it. Last 2 Big 12 teams lost by over 40 plus. What's it kind of mean to be the first team to overcome this environment that means so much here?
Well, we talked about it a little bit that we're Space City.
Do the guys? I mean, I know what's Houston's name, but do they?
We showed a video about it last night. Coach Sherman did a little presentation about kind of giving them the background and NASA and Houston, and I just they call back in, they say Houston, don't they? I believe that when there's something's going on.
How was the Tanner? I mean, he came out all right on the spill on the sideline.
Yeah, all right, I'm fine.
Shane looked like he got the worst end of it.
Well, he needs to get the worst of it. No, we're fine. I'll take double those hits for a win. Well, that's fine.
Open week, Willie. Any specific how you want to handle it?
Yeah, we're giving the kids Saturday and Sunday off, and then we're going to lift and meet on Monday. Put this game to bed. We're off on Tuesday. Coach Hester's having his memorial service in Louisiana, and then we're going to practice Wednesday, Thursday, and then lift and run on Friday, and then give them Saturday, Sunday off, and then start a normal week.
Is the entire team going to the memorial?
No, we're going to have a memorial service back in Houston at our place.
At some point.
Right after this week. So it's we just want to make sure we get everybody there.
Coach, I'm just curious on your final thoughts as far as UCF goes, both their offense, defense, just overall. It was one hell of a game.
Yeah, it was a great game. I got a lot of respect for Scott Frost. I think he does a fantastic job. And someone said something about, they got national champs up there. Well, but I don't blame them. I'd put it up there too, but he does a very, very good job. They got the right guy for sure.
Who all is going to go to the memorial service?
A bunch of the coaches and support staff going to go, and then obviously when after I talk to the family, we're going to have a service in Houston, and we'll have our whole team there, and so Anybody else?
More? All good.
Thank you.
Thank you.